Do you know that old resale HDB is a hidden cash flow machine? I will share with you how you can stay in it for free and even obtain passive income from it. This is a minimum 5-year holding period strategy which aligns with the HDB MOP. You can consider this plan if you are a new Singapore permanent resident couple or a single that is 35 years old who wants to own their own property. Couples who also do not have time to wait for their BTO can use this strategy. It is very suitable for those who want a low-cost method to invest and have a place to stay. Of course, ultimately I have to do an analysis of your financial situation to be able to properly advise you further. So the plan is that you will buy a resale HDB, rent out the common rooms so that it covers your mortgage and even generate you passive income. A slightly older HDB will work as well for this plan as it is much cheaper. If you think about it, the person that is going to rent your space does not care about the leftover lease term of your house. What they are looking at is mainly the location and interior quality, which will affect your home's rentability. You can get a new HDB, but you will also need to fork out higher down payment, and also your rental likely wouldn't cover the mortgage. Let's move on to the benefits of this strategy. I will then show you the calculations and the risks involved. When you buy a house, how much do you need to pay for a mortgage? Let's say 2,000. Now, someone is paying this 2,000 for you and you get to stay in it free, which means you have an extra 2,000 every month. If you use your CPF to pay for the mortgage, it is even more money into your pocket. This is what wealthy people do. You want to spend your income generated from your assets. This will give you the least worry when spending it because it's earned passively and it is recurring. So moving on to the calculations, this will provide you with the facts and figures to see how this plan works over 5 years. This is not a super in-depth calculation as it is just to give you a brief overview of how it works. When planning for you, I will then give you a more in-depth calculation based on your financial situation. Firstly, we want to assume that we are getting a $600,000 HDB flat. We might be able to find a cheaper one and that will work even better. If you take a look at the cost, it is approximately $2,100 monthly. By adding the mortgage repayment, utilities, service and conservancy charges. If you rent out 2 rooms, you will likely be able to fetch 2,600 in total rental. This leads to a monthly passive income of around 500 a month and you stay for free in the house as well. Let's not forget that every month when you pay for your mortgage, part of it is actually equity. This is the difference from renting. So over the course of 5 years, assuming capital appreciation of 3% yearly, you would have 343,000 after selling your house. Let's also not forget that for this whole 5 years, we did not use your CPF for the monthly mortgage. It is secretly accumulating in your CPF account. So what you have at the point of selling is actually much more. There are 3 main risks to this strategy. Firstly is the vacancy risk. You might be concerned that what if the unit cannot be rented out? We reduce the risk by getting a convenient location. And you should also do up the interior of your house to be livable. You are also likely able to cover the low monthly mortgage with your CPF during vacancy periods. Next, you might be worried that the tenant might affect your lifestyle, right? You get to choose the tenant. So we choose tenant that don't cook and so on and so forth based on your requirements. You make the decision. We are also renting out the rooms only so that we can choose the tenants that don't require to use the living room and kitchen. You might be surprised, but most tenants will prefer to go to their room rather than stay in the living room with you. We also cannot deny that buying an older HDB means a shorter lease term left, but you are buying at a cheaper price. You also don't have to buy a super old HDB. Buy one that still has resale value after 5 to 10 years. So HDB at good location is slowly getting older and older, which might not fit into this strategy anymore. You might end up with a newer HDB that is not as convenient. So I want you to see that this opportunity will not last forever and you should take action now to extract the most benefit from it. My goal here is not to increase your financial burden when buying a house, but to improve on your financial position when buying a property. Everyone needs to start somewhere and this is where you can start with a low risk involved. Real estate planning might take time. Proper analysis needs to be done and you might not even qualify to buy at all. So contact me now if you want me to start planning for you today.